Hello, graduates. I am Dr. Diane Van Hook, and I have the privilege of serving as your chancellor at College of the Canyons. Congratulations to you on being a member of the class of 2020 and joining the ranks of nearly 25,000 alumni who've earned their degrees from College of the Canyons over the past 50 years. On behalf of our faculty, staff, administrators, and Board of Trustees, I am honored to share with you how proud we are of what you have accomplished during your time at College of the Canyons. The graduates who came before you started here and have gone everywhere into all professions: doctors, teachers, nurses, architects, lawyers, contractors, welders, builders, makers, teachers, artists, screenwriters, and more. And I know you will do the same, and at the same time, you will become role models of courage, compassion, resilience, and hope for those who follow in your footsteps. The success of our college is because of you, our students. You are diverse in your perspective, talents, motivations, and at COC, we have been enriched by the diversity and perspectives of all of our students. Between 1988 and now, the diversity of our students increased from 8% to 64% during that short time. At the same time, the breadth of our curriculum has grown from 24 majors to over 100 majors and fields of study. And our staff has grown from 150 to more than 1,600 full and part-time faculty, staff, and administrators who serve students from states across the United States and countries all around the world. Together, we are an exceptional, high-quality transfer institution and an amazing resource for our local community and workforce. Our college is a place of which to be proud, and as a college community, we are proud of you and all that you have achieved. That pride is exceptional this year as we managed to overcome challenges unlike any this college has seen in its 50-year history. We've been planning all year for a celebration fitting for our golden anniversary year, something unique and memorable, but we had no idea it would be something like this. What we've seen these past few months is beyond what anyone could have ever imagined. Who would have thought that 5 weeks into the spring semester, we would leave campus, never to be together here again? And who would have imagined that we would not have the opportunity to gather for commencement, as this college has done every year since opening its doors in 1969. That is why we have this virtual ceremony. While we can't be in one place together, we all need this moment because we need to celebrate what you have achieved, not only during this spring 2020 semester, which has been one for the history books, but throughout your time at College of the Canyons. This day is too important to let pass without recognition of your hard work. You set your goals, you pursued them with vigor and focus, determination, and courage. You overcame obstacles, fears, barriers, surprises, and a lot of disappointments. And you were resilient. Your grit gave you the ability to achieve your goals. And that is why we celebrate now today. After weeks marked by uncertainty, anxiety, disruption, and ever so much change, it might be tempting to dwell on what the coronavirus took from you. Learning in class, campus events, the simple pleasure of spending time with one another, celebrating your friends and classmates, treasured traditions and commencement, the chance to plan a party and a celebration to recognize what you've overcome and what you and you alone have done. I miss all of those things too. Commencement's my favorite day of the year. And while their loss saddens me, I prefer instead to focus on what this crisis gave us, what it gave you. This world is kind of funny. It has a way of presenting us with as many opportunities as it takes to learn the important lessons of life. And we have seen them all around us in the time since we left this campus. In the face of challenges, we saw the silver linings shine through. Positivity, random acts of kindness, spreading joy and hope through music, helping senior citizens and making sure they had food and medicine, and so much more. The strength of our college and our community will always be our ability to come together, to be better together, and to care for each other, especially in times of need. Benjamin Disraeli said, "There's no education like adversity." And if that's true, then we've all earned PhDs this semester. The circumstances we found ourselves in brought a steep learning curve. They forced us to do things we never imagined possible. All of us, students, faculty, staff, administrators, and me, were pushed outside our comfort zones and forced to adapt to a new reality. If asked in February 2020 whether we could accomplish what we did in March, April, and May, many of us would have declared it absolutely impossible. But that's the thing about challenges sometimes. They look insurmountable when you're looking out there. But when we're on the other side of them, it's only then that we realize we can accomplish so much more than we thought we were capable of. Indeed, we often learn more about ourselves in times of challenge than when success comes easy. We learn what we're really made of, what's inside of us that will fuel our journeys for the rest of our lives. That's why we can look back on this semester with gratitude and appreciation. I know that it was hard, and I know that it challenged you, but it taught all of us that we may not know what we don't know, but we sure learned it quickly. We learned that we can face difficult circumstances. We can find solutions when they're not apparent, and there's certainly no instruction book or easy answers. We learned new technologies. We learned to give up what we prefer to do for what we must do. We learned to stay tough and be resilient. And most of all, we learned to show up and then show up again. Those are important lessons, and we are better for having learned them. Yet more than learning to adapt, improvise, and overcome, we learned how to do so. The secret to what we accomplished is that we did it together and took care of each other. If we learned anything, we learned that success is definitely a team effort. Achieving the impossible isn't a solo act. It's not something you do by yourself. It's only by working together that we achieve what at first seems impossible. Each of us, as we sought to navigate these many changes, found someone who pointed the way forward. We learned that we can count on each other. We learned that the most important lesson we can take from this experience is this: each of you, has what it takes to succeed because we can rely on ourselves and we have each other. So one of my very favorite places is the mountains, and I can't wait to get to the mountains. The giant sequoias that grow in the Sierra Nevada mountains just a few hours up the road from here illustrate that point. I love to walk among the giant trees, sing, take pictures, marvel at the singular beauty and the superlative stature. Many stand over 200 feet tall, with trunks measuring 30 feet in diameter. They can grow to live more than 3,000 years. The secret to their size and their longevity lies in their roots. You might imagine massive roots burrowing deep into the soil to provide water and steady them against the wind and the snow of the harsh Sierra winters. But counter to that logic, sequoia roots go wide, not deep. They're shallow, maybe 10 feet underground, but they extend up to 100 feet from the trunk. And here's the key. The roots intertwine with one another. That's why you find sequoias in groves, not standing on their own. They depend on one another. They support one another. Their strength allows them to reach their full height. And so it is with us people. We learned this semester more than ever that we have those same roots in our own lives. Family, friends, faculty and staff, fellow students. As you think about what you and only you achieved at College of the Canyons, please remember those people who provided you with what you needed to grow and reach your potential. Whether it was money, babysitting, advice, a job, setting aside a few extra minutes to explain a really difficult concept, listening to you or spurring you on, whatever it was, people in your life who care about you gave you what you needed in that moment when it mattered most. That's why it is important that we stay rooted to others. We need each other to learn and to stretch and to improve. We need the wisdom and counsel of those who have gone before us. We need the perspectives and the energy of those who have different experiences and backgrounds from us. We need others who think we can do it. As your belief in yourself grows, it will give you courage. Coleman Young said, "Courage is one step ahead of fear." I imagine there were many times this semester when fear seemed destined to win the day. And for good reason, because the presence of fear of the unknown that comes from attempting things for the first time is scary. Most of you face truly harrowing circumstances, real life ones, the loss of a job, loved ones battling COVID-19, your family losing its business. Some of you even contracted the virus. It's easy to give in to the fear. It's only natural to wonder, what if, and let your mind run away to all the dark places fear and doubt will carry you. But you and I are pretty lucky because we've had each other through College of the Canyons. Albert Schweitzer said, "At times, our own light goes out and is rekindled by a spark from another person." Each and every one of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lit that flame within us. In those moments we lack courage, we find it in the people around us. They light our way forward out of the darkness and into the daylight of immense possibilities. By ourselves, we're limited to what we know and what we can do. But when we're rooted with others, we can grow to reach our full potential and help them to do the same. As you celebrate today, think for a moment about the parents, family members, neighbors, colleagues, bosses, friends, teachers, counselors, and staff members who helped you during this time of change, fear, disruption, and uncertainty. Whether it was a phone call, a little word of encouragement, a fun emoji, a great picture, taking the time to send you a note to show that they cared or believed in you, providing you with that meal, or the little extra help needed to study for that next test. They did it for you. So thank those who were there for you, as it very well might have been or will be what keeps you going on your path. As you celebrate your graduation today, be clear, be grateful, and find a way to help others. Consideration, gratitude, kindness, a smile, compassion, and care have mattered as we have and will continue to move forward through this crisis and these challenging times. Well, all of those challenges were real and beyond the scope of what we ever thought we would encounter. This time has brought out the best in so many and clearly in you. What shines through you is compassion, care, probably an awareness that life's pretty short and difficult for sure, and a realization that many of the conditions we find ourselves in are because of the decisions we make at any given moment. Never forget that the choices we make us. So, graduates, you've earned the right to be here today as part of the college's 50th anniversary commencement ceremony. This is one for the history books for sure. You made the choice, you found a way, and you moved forward. You overcame seemingly impossible obstacles. You prevailed. You kept your eye on that prize, and you got the prize because you got your degree. You were resilient, and you're here. Resilience is by far the most valuable thing I think you will have learned during your time at College of the Canyons, and it will form the foundation for your future success because you take it with you inside of you. You now have what it takes to succeed. Whether you might be apprehensive about the next steps in a world that's currently turned upside down by the global pandemic, don't be. Instead, rely on you. Pursue and commit to your path ahead. Commit to a desire to make things better. Commit to care for humanity, people you don't even know. Do the work that defines your life. William Ward said, "Adversity causes some to break and others to break records." As the graduating class of 2020, you are rare individuals who've thrived in adversity. You are poised for great things. I know you will go on to achieve that which you set your mind to if you never give up. Listen to the truth that lives uniquely inside each of you and commit to be part of the solution. I just know you will make things better. On behalf of College of the Canyons, I look forward to seeing the records you will break and the change you will make in this world. The world certainly needs you, so go forth with energy, with enthusiasm, with confidence, and remember that if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can do it. And then come back and tell us about all of the good you've done. Congratulations to you, graduating class of 2020. Go Cougars!